Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I had a complete different idea as to what I was going to talk about today. I was going to talk about Frank Lampard and the lineup that Chelsea should go with and this, that and the other, but we have been completely overshadowed. We've all seen what's just gone down at Tottenham versus Newcastle, and it's an absolute joke. It's an absolute farce. It's safe to say, as a Chelsea supporter, and many other Chelsea fans would look at this and have a laugh. You know, Tottenham have bottled it. They've dropped 3 points. Well, not dropped 3 points. They've dropped 2 points. They now leave with a point. It's something to laugh about, but we have to put that rivalry on the shelf. We need to stick that to the side for one sec, and on the basis of football, right, and our love for the game and what it's turning into, we need to unite on this one, because what Tottenham faced today was an absolute disgrace and an absolute farce. And why? Because the FA and the Premier League literally have no idea what they're doing, or they are doing this deliberately. It's one or the other. They're either incompetent and they don't know how to do their jobs and they're just blagging it, or they are doing this deliberately and they're killing the game. It's one or the other. It cannot be anything else. And that's, you know, that's the joke. That is the absolute joke. This isn't just a one-off. And this is why I'm doing this video, because I saw what happened at Tottenham and I saw the Eric Dier situation, and I thought, you know what, this is turning into a big farce. This is happening way too many times. I thought I'd do a video on it. We're going to illustrate exactly what's gone down, not just with Eric Dier, but yesterday's Crystal Palace game, last week, Man United Crystal Palace with Lindelof. There are occasions here which this new handball rule is just an absolute joke. It's an absolute joke. I'm going to get into what the new handball law is. But firstly, I want to show you guys a couple of exhibits. Let's go through a couple of examples. Now, some I can show you and some that I can't. Some I can show you, and the ones that I can't, if I did, I would get copyrighted and the video will be taken down. So I'm not going to show you. But let's start off with the Tottenham one, Eric Dier. I mean, I've got it in front of me, so I'm going to describe it. If you haven't seen it already, do check it out. If you have seen it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But this is absolutely shocking. By the way, before we even get to that, did you see how the free kick was given? This one I can show you. This one I can show you. So this is the free kick that led to the penalty, right? Free kick given for this. Joe Linton throws himself at Højbjerg. And the referee, if you see at the beginning of the shot, is literally about 3 meters away from them. Maybe less. I'd say 2.5 meters away from both players. He sees it right in front of his eyes. And he gives the free kick in Newcastle's favour. What? I'm speechless. At this point, I'm speechless. If you can't see that, you do not belong on a Premier League pitch. You do not belong on a pitch, let alone a Premier League pitch. You should not be a referee. It's as simple as that. If you are not seeing that, my goodness, you need more than Specsavers. You need Vision Express, flipping boots, do Superdrug, do opticians. I mean, throw all of them at them. It's an absolute joke. How are you not seeing that? He's thrown himself at Højbjerg, and Højbjerg gets penalised. And that leads to the cross. Now, this one I can't show you, but this leads to the cross, where Andy Carroll gets a header on it. Eric Dier's jumped up with him in front of Andy Carroll, so he can't see what's going on behind him. With the jump motion, Eric Dier puts his arm up. As it's coming down, it hits him on the back of the arm. He can't see it. Penalty. Newcastle score, 1-1, last minute. Tottenham are robbed of a win. That is a joke. What happened to ball to hand? You need to not eliminate that little margin of error that can happen. Why? Because we are human beings. You know, we are trying. This is what it's doing. This is taking the human element out of football. And I'm noticing this, not just in football, but in society in general. Technology as a whole is beginning to take away the human concept, right? Just the concept of being human, right? Things that come with being a human being now being taken away, or you're being penalised for it. It's a joke. It's a joke. This new handball rule. Let's get into the new handball rule, because the IFAB, the International Football Association Board, the ones that determine the law of football, They are the ones that sit down and discuss the laws of the game and make any necessary changes should they see fit. One that they have done is this new handball rule. This new handball rule, which they have described as this: accidental handball would only be penalised if it happened immediately before a goal, and any handball below the bottom of the armpit would be punished. So, what does it mean? It means this: if the ball strikes a player who has made their body unnaturally bigger, then they will be punished. IFAB deems that an arm above shoulder height is rarely, if ever, a natural position, with the only exception coming when a player is falling to the ground. The body also stated that extra leeway will be granted in regards to ricocheted handballs, or if the player in question cannot see the ball. Eric Dier could not see the ball. But why was the penalty given? Well, this is where we tell the IFAB, thank you very much. You're now free to leave the room. And we welcome the FA and the Premier League into the room, because we have to point the fingers at them. It's them that have done this. Let's see what the Premier League have done with the rule that the IFAB have introduced. This is what they've done with it. The Premier League, and crucially the FA, seems to interpret the rules slightly differently and far more harshly regarding defenders. The Premier League appears to ignore the unnatural position ruling, focusing far more on the bottom of the armpit update. It is all well and good ensuring that attacking players will not gain an advantage, but now it appears that accidental handball for a defensive player will not be tolerated in any shape or form. Attacking players simply need to strike the golden zone below the armpit, and in this modern world with VAR in place, they will be awarded a penalty. This is encouraging more cheating, because now attacking players will look at this and go, hey, you know, all I've got to do is hit the guy's arm and it's a penalty. Simple as that. Hey, the rules can't stop me. The rules say if a ball hits a defender's arm, no matter how it hits it, boom, penalty. So I'm going to try and get his hand. If not, I'll try and get his elbow. I'll try and just get below the armpit, and then I'll get a penalty. That's what it's going to do. It's going to encourage more cheating. So well done, FA. You've played yourselves. Just yesterday, Crystal Palace against Everton, where Palace lost. This happened. A shot has been taken. Defender has brought his arm inwards to make the block. The referee is right in front, watching, doesn't give a penalty. But weirdly enough, for Everton's penalty that was given, where Dier, I believe, headed the ball, defender had a meter, literally a meter, in front. Arm is down, in a very natural position. The ball hits his hand, penalty given. This is why it's happening. Because the FA and the Premier League have deemed that anything that hits the arm is a penalty. It doesn't matter if it's a handball. It doesn't matter if it's not a handball, if it's ball to hand. No matter if the player's not watching, if the player's probably not on the pitch and it hits his hand, a penalty will be given. The FA and the Premier League look like they are deliberately trying to destroy the game. VAR was brought in to correct issues that we had in the past where the human eye couldn't really catch it. That was the whole point of bringing VAR in, to try and just minimize the margin of error, trying to make things a little bit more fairer. What it's done is the complete 180. It's made things a lot more unjust. It's made things a lot more complicated. You have referees that are either incompetent or they're doing this deliberately, making decisions with VAR that influence results where these decisions shouldn't even be made. This is the whole point. And Jose Mourinho, after the game today for Tottenham, said it perfectly. They asked him and he said, look, if I want to give money away, I'll give it to charity. I'm not going to give it to the FA. Basically saying, I'm not going to speak because if I speak, I'll be in trouble, I'll be fined, and I'll have to give money to the FA, the same people that are bringing in this nonsense. It's them. The FA and the Premier League. I am looking at you. You are destroying the English game. Stop doing this. Either get people in that you know can do a job in regards to governing football in this country, or fix yourselves up, stop allowing these decisions to be made, and stop complicating things. It doesn't have to be black and white. There is a lot of grey area. Not just in football, but in society in general. We're now entering an age in 2020 where all of a sudden it has to be one or the other. If not, there's nothing else. If you have a different opinion or if you have a grey area to make, no, your comment is completely invalid. Your opinion doesn't matter. Go away. This is what we're doing. And now it's stemmed its way into football, and as a result, results like this are being influenced, and we're seeing absolutely horrific decisions being made with VAR that's meant to be fixing the game. VAR, as far as I'm concerned, is not the problem. The technology itself, it's not the problem. It's how human beings are using that technology. It's how some man in a box somewhere has been making the decisions last season, and now it's the referees on the pitch going up to the screen, looking at it for themselves, implementing a stupid rule that the FA has misinterpreted or changed on purpose that the IFAB themselves have not said to do. And we're getting things like this. It's an absolute joke. It's a farce. The FA and the Premier League, you are killing our game. Stop. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your opinions on this one because it's an absolute... I don't have any other words except to describe it as an absolute farce, a joke, a shambles, a disgrace. Those are the 4 words I can use. Anything else, I don't know. Let me know how you would describe it in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button for me. Let's try and get to 7,000 likes. Thank you all so much for your support. And I'll see all of you really, really soon. Tomorrow, for Chelsea-Tottenham, the preview, we're going to have to talk about that one for the game on Tuesday. So I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Look after yourselves. Take care. And peace.